Hello everyone, my name is Ethan Greenwell. I'm 60 years old, and I've spent more than 3 decades working in healthcare. I often tell my patients, many people think osteoporosis is just a problem of old age, but the truth is, it develops quietly over many years. What troubles me the most is that most people only realize it when it's already too late. When even a small fall leads to a broken bone. If you're over 50, especially if you struggle with sleep, you're in a higher risk group. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you tired. It disrupts your hormones and slowly weakens your bones day after day. I've seen so many patients who never realized that those sleepless nights were silently wearing down the very framework that holds them up. In this video, I want to share with you 2 real stories of Americans I've treated. These stories show the journey from the moment they discovered osteoporosis to how they regained their confidence, their health, and their joy for life. And more importantly, I'll give you a clear action plan so that you can protect your bones for the rest of your life. When I turned 60, one of the things I found myself reflecting on the most was just how fragile the human skeleton really is. We spend so much time worrying about our heart, our lungs, or our blood pressure. But we often forget that it's our bones that give us structure, allow us to move, and let us fully enjoy life. And then, one day, it can take just a small slip, a fall that seems harmless, and everything changes. So many of my patients have told me, "Doctor, it was just a little fall. I never thought it would break a bone." The truth is, it's not an accident or bad luck. It's the result of years, sometimes decades, of silent changes. Osteoporosis doesn't happen overnight. It's a silent thief stealing away bone density bit by bit. Sometimes over 10 or 20 years until the bones become as brittle as glass. And here's something most people don't realize. One of the hidden culprits is chronic poor sleep. When you don't sleep, cortisol levels rise. Cortisol, the stress hormone, is the #1 enemy of bone health. It blocks calcium absorption, slows down bone-building cells, and speeds up bone breakdown. In other words, every sleepless night isn't just tiring your mind. It's quietly wearing down your bones. A Harvard study found that people who consistently slept less than 5 hours a night had a 30% higher risk of hip fractures compared to those who got enough rest. That number isn't just cold statistics. It's a wake-up call for millions of people over 50, especially those battling insomnia. I once had a patient ask me, "Doctor, what harm can one bad night's sleep really do?" And I told them, "One night, not much, but if it becomes years, it's a slow, steady attack on your skeleton." And here's the part that surprises many. Osteoporosis isn't just a woman's problem. Men are deeply affected too. In the U.S., 1 in 2 women and 1 in 4 men over 50 will break a bone because of osteoporosis in their lifetime. Those numbers are staggering, and what's worse, a fracture isn't just painful, it shortens life expectancy, takes away independence, and can crush a person's spirit. One fall can change the entire course of someone's later years. But here's the good news. Osteoporosis can be caught early and managed by getting a bone density test, using tools like the FRAX score, and most importantly, making small, consistent lifestyle changes. You can reverse the decline. In my 30-plus years of practice, I've seen countless Americans walk into my office, anxious and even hopeless. But after just months of steady lifestyle adjustments, combined with proper medical treatment when needed, they came back not only stronger, but happier, with a renewed joy for life. Today, I want to share with you 2 stories about Linda and Robert. 2 people, 2 very different starting points, but the same turning point. They once believed osteoporosis was inevitable, until they decided to change, and that decision opened a brand new chapter in their lives. So come with me on this journey and see for yourself that no matter where you are in your fight with osteoporosis, there's always a path toward strength and confidence. When I look back on the health journeys of hundreds of my patients, I realize something important. It's not the big, dramatic changes that make the difference. It's the small, steady steps we take every single day. That's why I like to call this the 6 golden days, 6 simple keys that anyone can start using right now. Day 1, testing. I remember a 54-year-old patient who once told me, "Doctor, I'm walking just fine. Why would I need a bone test?" But after just 1 DXA scan, she discovered her bone density was already at a warning level. If you don't test, you simply don't know where you stand. It's like walking down a dark road without a flashlight. You're bound to stumble. Day 2, nutrition. Bones need more than calcium. They also need vitamin D and protein to rebuild. Sometimes a breakfast of yogurt, a handful of almonds, and a bit of morning sunshine is more powerful than any pill. Day 3. Movement. I often tell my patients, muscles are the best friends of bones. Walking, light weights, yoga, even gardening, each activity sends a signal to your bones. Stay strong. We've still got work to do. Day 4. Restful sleep. A peaceful night's sleep is a gift your bones truly appreciate. Cortisol levels drop. Healing begins. Ask yourself, when was the last time you woke up feeling genuinely refreshed? Day 5. A safe home. I once treated a 72-year-old man who broke his hip just from tripping on a rug in his bedroom. We may grow older, but our homes can grow younger and safer with a handrail, a night light, a clear walkway. Day 6. Medical treatment. Sometimes lifestyle changes alone aren't enough, and that's not failure. It's simply allowing science to partner with your own determination. What I want you to remember is this: you don't need to do everything at once. Just pick one step to start and keep at it. Because bone health, like life itself, doesn't require rushing. It requires consistency. And now, I'd like to invite you to the next part, where we'll talk about one very important decision: scheduling your bone density test today. There's something I always remind my patients. The best time to check your bone health was yesterday. The second best time is today. If you're over 50, or if you have risk factors like chronic insomnia, smoking, drinking, or even a history of breaking a bone from a simple fall, then it's time to take that first step. Schedule a bone density test. I remember a man named Paul, 62 years old. He used to think, I feel fine, I probably don't need a test yet. But when he finally went in, the results showed his bones were much weaker than he ever imagined. Thankfully, because he caught it in time, Paul was able to begin treatment and make lifestyle changes. And he avoided some very serious complications. Ask yourself this: what might change if I knew the condition of my bones right now? You might be surprised, because a simple, short test can open the door to a healthier, safer future. And please remember, testing isn't about looking for disease. It's about finding opportunity, the opportunity to protect yourself and the people you love. In the next part, I'll walk you through a clear 6-12-month plan so you can turn that test result into a sustainable journey towards stronger bones. A 6-12-month action plan. When it comes to taking care of your bones, a lot of people think it has to be something big or complicated. But my experience has shown me this. Bone health is built from small steps done consistently, day after day. That's why I often tell my patients to think of it as a journey, with milestones at 6 months and 12 months. That way, you have clear goals, and you can actually see your progress. In the first 6 months, the goal isn't to change the whole world. It's just to lay the foundation. Start by scheduling a bone density test. That's your map. It tells you exactly where you're starting from. Then, focus on the basics, improving your sleep, because deep rest allows your bones to repair. Adding vitamin D, calcium, and protein to your diet. Honestly, a simple meal of salmon, leafy greens, and a glass of low-fat milk can sometimes be the best osteoporosis medicine you'll ever take. I think of a patient named Mary, 58 years old. She once told me, I'm too old to change, but after just 6 months of small steps like walking 20 minutes a day and practicing deep breathing before bed, her back pain eased, and she was sleeping more peacefully. She smiled at me one day and said, Doctor, I realized taking care of my bones is just like taking care of my soul, one little step each day. And slowly, you feel stronger. By the 12-month mark, it's time to take your journey to the next level. Add more physical activity, maybe light weights, yoga, or balance exercises to reduce the risk of falls. And don't forget to retest your bone density. Seeing improvement on that report isn't just scientific proof, it's a powerful motivator. To make it easy, I give my patients a little checklist and schedule your doctor's appointment. Buy your supplements, vitamin D, calcium, and walk 20 minutes a day. Practice breathing before bed. Clear your home. Add a handrail. You can tape this list to your fridge. Each check mark is one more step forward on your path to stronger bones. And I want you to reflect on this. If you can give 10 minutes a day to your phone, your garden, or even your pet, why not give those 10 minutes to the bones that carry you through life? The lesson I've learned after many years is simple. Caring for your bones is not a one-time effort. It's a lifelong journey. And that journey doesn't demand perfection. It only asks for consistency. and a sense of respect for your own body. And in the final part, I'd like to look back with you at this whole journey to show that just one small decision today can change the rest of your life. When I look back at Linda's story and Robert's story, I believe you can see something very important. Osteoporosis is not a life sentence. It can be prevented, and in many cases, it can be improved. Linda started with the smallest of changes, walking more, sleeping better, and she regained her strength. Robert, after his fall, learned to accept medical support and mobility aids, and step by step, he reclaimed his independence. I often tell my patients, one small change today can save you from a fracture tomorrow. Don't you agree that we all deserve to enjoy our later years in good health without living in constant fear of a sudden fall? So if you've found this video helpful, I'd like to invite you to share it with your family and friends, because someone you love may need this reminder too. And don't forget to subscribe or sign up for the newsletter, because I'll continue sharing practical knowledge, real stories, and simple steps to help you keep your bones strong for life. I want you to see this not just as a video, but as an invitation to a lifelong journey. A journey where every step you take, every small habit you build, adds up to a future that is safer, more independent, and filled with joy.